don't get it. So I'm going to have to keep repeating this message until it sinks. When you have politicians, in the South African case at least, when you have politicians that have shares in listed companies that compete with public companies, the politicians would rather destroy public companies, state-owned enterprises, parastatals, than lose the value of their share portfolios. The post office, as an example, was an amazing business. It had a monopoly on courier in this country. And if anything, it was actually primed to become an amazing state bank. All the 30 million grant recipients we have today, all of them would have accounts at Postbank, and Postbank would arguably be the biggest retail bank in the country. But if they do that, then their shares in Absa, Standard Bank, Nedbank, FNB, Time, their shares don't grow and they don't earn dividends. Similar thing with healthcare. If your politicians were to fix public hospitals and clinics, why would people need medical aid? Why would people get a Discovery or a Momentum? Why would people want to use Mediclinic or some other private hospital chain? The thing is, politicians have got shares in the Discoveries, Momentums, Mediclinics of this world. They've got no incentive. Similarly with private security. If you've got shares in private security companies, why would you fix the police services? So we've got a huge conflict of interest in this country of South Africa, where our politicians have got a vested interest in private business growing and doing well. Not only do they have shares in listed companies, some of them have got businesses that actually trade against the state. You've got politicians that have trucks that move commodities around the country. That's why they have an incentive to actually destroy our railway system. We had an amazing railway system that could move coal, platinum, chrome, iron ore, and other things. But now if you fix the railway system, that means your trucking business can't make a lot of money. Your South African politicians have got a direct incentive to destroy state-owned enterprises, parastatals, and to rather give that business to private businesses where they either have shares or they have board seats, or maybe they own the businesses directly, or someone that is close to them owns those businesses. That's how it works. So do not expect your South African politicians to act in the best interests of state-owned enterprises like the apartheid government did. The apartheid government had a plan to build a first-world economy in South Africa. Of course, they were looking after a very small population, about 10%, if not less, of the population in terms of the profits they were making. But they really wanted state-owned enterprises to work and to be functional so that we could have a strong economy. The ANC-run government is too obsessed with money than developing the country. In their opinion, it's going to take private businesses, which they have a stake in, to build this country. That's why you see load shedding with Eskom. The ANC, it's not just Cyril. It's everyone in the ANC that has a share in companies that supply solar, companies that supply generators, companies that have gotten licenses to become independent power producers, and every other type of private company that is making a lot of money from load shedding. Could be diesel supply, gas, etc. They do not want these things to function, and it's only us, the middle class, and more importantly, the upper middle class, that is frustrated because we pay the bulk of the tax, and we still have to use private services, send our kids to private schools, get medical aid, etc., and we're angry. The masses are under social welfare. They get freebies. They don't have to pay for healthcare and schooling, and they actually really don't care. They will keep voting for the ANC and arguably an EFF because they don't care. This is not me supporting the DA. I don't support the DA, and I don't believe the DA is actually a worthy alternative to the ANC or the EFF. I believe all these politicians, as long as they're earning their 100,000 rand a month, as long as they're living in green, leafy suburbs and living well, as long as they're sending their kids to private schools, using private healthcare, as long as all of them, including DA politicians, have got shares in private companies, nothing will change from a public infrastructure and service perspective. We are on our own. No one is coming to save us. Look at yourself, your family, and your community as a mini country and focus on building and uplifting that, and forget about politicians trying to save you. They are obsessed with money